24 hours after security officials at the Dunamis International Gospel Church, located along Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport Road, Abuja, arrested and detained 6 human rights activists wearing Buhari Must Go t-shirts. Their whereabouts are unknown. Sahara reporters learned that the Department of State Services, which was believed to have received the arrested activists on Monday, denied receiving or taking the 6 persons away from the church. Sahara reporters also gathered that 24 hours after the arrest, their friends, their family members, and lawyers could not yet reach them, fueling fears that the church detained them secretly at an unknown location. DSS has denied receiving activists from church security. So, 24 hours after illegal arrest and detention by Dunamis Church, we don't know the whereabouts of these Buhari Must Go activists, a source said. Sahara reporters had on Sunday reported that about 10 activists went to the church on Sunday morning to worship at the church, but some of them were surprisingly rounded up and arrested by the church security guard, who later handed them over to the operatives of the Department of State Services, DSS. 6 of the activists were whisked away in a Hilux van and two power bikes. The activists were manhandled and beaten by the DSS operatives on the church premises, who also seized their phones. Paul Eneche is the senior pastor of the church. A source had said security men at Dunamis Gospel Church have arrested activists who wore Buhari Must Go t-shirts to their church service. The church security later handed them over to DSS officials who are currently torturing them. I thought Pastor Dr. Paul Eneche was also preaching about justice. The 6 activists were driven away in a DSS Hilux van and 2 power bikes. Shame on the house of God. About 10 activists decided to attend Dunamis Church in their Buhari Must Go t-shirt. The church asked all first-timers to come out for prayers. The patriotic citizens obeyed the clarion call from the altar with their fully displayed Buhari Must Go shirt. They were immediately apprehended by the church security on their way out of the church and subsequently handed them over. Kudos to the courageous activists for this creativity. I am certain if the activists had worn a shirt with the inscription "Say Baba," they would have ranked as Pastor Eneche's new friend. Similarly, in April, violent youths descended on 2 middle-aged protesters, Larry Emmanuel and Anene Victor Udoka, who were posting Buhari Must Go posters in Lokoja in Kogi to the state capital. Sahara reporters learned that the errant mob flogged the 2 youths, filmed them, and brutalized them before they were later handed over to the police. It was also gathered that the police thereafter squeezed the 2 protesters and detained them when they insisted on seeing their lawyer before making a statement. In some viral videos, the protesters were seen being molested and questioned by the mob before they were flogged as the youth forced them to clean their painting of Buhari Must Go. The court last Saturday resumed the trial of the 2 activists after being granted bail after spending 78 days in detention. A lot of Nigerians have reacted to this. They have been wasted as usual now. Lawless government. Hey God, what kind of a problem is this? This Buhari regime is just a tyrant problem, wahala on citizens. Human rights such as freedom of expression, movement, association, speech, and whatever are no longer granted again. They should hold the church responsible. These people are becoming trained kidnappers under current government because their mode of operation is not known to our constitution. Their whereabouts of Nigeria and the Nigerians is also a question. How do you describe this situation now? I hope they ran away for their lives and will surface soon. Who to be held responsible? Hence DSS denies involvement. Must DSS denies all the actions at first? The authority of the church should answer for that. Now, wow, what kind of problem is this? If Nigeria were a nation and people understand the mission of Jesus, there should be a very large crowd at Dunamis now protesting the persecution of a brethren by fellow brethren. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told us that most of our pastors are evil, believe him. I don't know why DSS lied so much. Shøçker told us DSS arrested them. Shøçker should tell us where they are. Pastor NH is a kidnapper. You will understand activist language soonest. Nigerians are still talking. As you can see, Nigerians are blaming the pastor NH, the senior pastor of the Dunamis church in Abuja, for not intervening when these DSS, were beating his member and all that. And for the fact that they came to his church, he shouldn't have allowed DSS to whisk them away. These are Nigerians' voices and all that. They are saying that what the pastor did is really very, very wrong. And now that their whereabout is unknown, who will now answer for that? I think that question should be directed to the church, because it was the church security men that handed them over to the DSS. Since the DSS said they don't know anything about them, so they should go back to the church and ask the church the whereabouts of those people. The way they waste people these days is really becoming, worrisome and disturbing. So guys, let's hear from you. Hit the comment section and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you very much for always stopping by. I really do appreciate. Bye for now.